Shalom, shalom. First and foremost, giving all praise, honor, and glory to the Most High God, Yahweh, who the world enemy calls God, and Yahweh Shai, who the world enemy calls so-called Jesus Christ. Right? First, this brother Judah coming with a quick exhortation through the Spirit. Right? Over here at this stop at the plantation, but I want to make a quick exhortation video through the Spirit. Right? Because we know all hell be breaking loose with brothers and sisters in this thing. You know, maybe catching hell. You know, obviously we know the Lord said when you come to serve him, we got to prepare ourselves for temptation. But he's not giving us nothing that we can't handle. Hey, even Job went through all these different things, but what was Job's spirit? Job didn't just give up. Yeah, he was, you know, complaining and saying he didn't deserve it, this and that. But nevertheless, we're going to get what Job said, right? Because we got to harp on this, man. Right? We got to have the same mind state as our forefathers and foremothers, man. All right? So this is Job chapter 23, and so like it, this Job 23, and I'm gonna start at verse number, let's see, so Job chapter 23, and I'm gonna go to verse number, I think I'm gonna start at 8, all right, so like it, bear with me, got one hand, all right, so Job chapter 23, and verse, let's start at 8. Through the Spirit. So it reads thus. It says, behold, I go forward, but he is not there, and backward, but I cannot perceive him. Right? Now this going to Job talking about, hey, where can he find the Most High? Right? Even though he can't see him, look what he said. On the left hand, where he doeth work, but I cannot behold him. He hideth himself on the right hand, then I cannot see him. But look what Job said. He said, yeah, you know, he can't see the Most High, but ultimately Job, through the knowledge and understanding of the Lord, already understood what the Lord said. Yeah, you can't see him, but he know that the things that the Lord put you through, it's not going, he gonna still allow you to prevail, right? Because Job said, hey, whatever he go through, he gonna prevail, Lord willing, right? This is the book, let's keep going. And this is verse number 10, this is the point. But he knoweth the way that I take. When look what Job said, this is the spirit that we all should be moving in. Because we know we catching hell in this thing, man. We got families, you know, saying we in a cult and we evil and satanic when all we doing is speaking the words of the Lord. I mean, literally just reading the Bible, and now we all these different proverbs and bywords, right? If you guys to hear, right? We are cursed now, right? According to the curses, because we speaking the truth, man. But look what Job said. It says, Job 23 and 10, it says, but he knoweth the way that I take. When he have tried me, I shall come forth as gold. And all of us, brothers and sisters, all this hell we catching, all this thing, we gotta know that it's not for naught, right? First Corinthians, chapter 15 and verse 58, right? The Lord said, all your work and labor is not gonna be go for naught. Let me get that real quick, because we gotta understand that everything that we do, it's not just, you know, it's just gonna happen and we're gonna go through it and it's gonna be for naught. Well, the Lord don't work like that, man. Right? All this thing that we doing, we not laboring for ourselves, but those who seek knowledge, man. This is the book of First Corinthians chapter 15 and verse 58. Therefore, my beloved brethren, be ye steadfast, unmovable, always abounding in the work of the Lord, right? And brothers think they're just doing the work on the highways and byways. Hey, everybody not meant to be a teacher, man. Hey, Israel be having that. Hey, everybody not meant to be a teacher. But they say, you know, Deuteronomy, go out there and teach. Well, get confounded by brothers who know the truth, man. I mean, you know, you got so-called Christianity pastors and all these different dollars. Hey, you got to understand that before you just go out there and teach, man. Right? And ultimately, like we said, hey, everybody not a teacher, man. Some brothers got gift of arms, charity, gift of tongues. There's many different levels to this, man. Right? The Lord didn't just appoint everybody to be teachers. And if you ain't a teacher, you ain't gonna make it to the kingdom. Well, what precept is that? It's many ways to abound in the work, right? That's why it says, keep going in 1 Corinthians 15 and 58. It says, it's like unmovable, always abounding in the work of the Lord, which is manyfold. It's many different ways we can magnify the Lord, man. Right? It says, for as much as ye know that your labor is not in vain in the Lord. Right? So the Lord said the things that you do is not gonna be in labor in the Lord. It's not gonna be just for naught and I did all this, because remember, Salakia, all our works is gonna have to we gotta give an account for. right? Whether it be good or whether it be bad, right? 2 Corinthians chapter 5, verse 10 on down. I mean, many precepts, right? But all the things that we go through, we got to know that it's not gonna go for naught, and we should be able to have that spirit like Job to overcome it, to know we gonna overcome it, and not just say, I don't know, Lord, this might be too much. And the Lord said he gave us power to tread over serpents and scorpions, man. All right, and that's why we got this Ephesians chapter 6, right? We got the whole armor to put on to help overcome it, to help fight these damn demons that come up against us, man. It's not gonna be easy, but if we got the spirit of our forefather Job, like Job had, and he said, and I shall overcome it, and when I'm gonna try, I shall overcome it as gold. And gold, everybody know that gold got to get heated before it melt. Gold got a high ass melting point, right? So like they got a high melting point. You got to at least over 1,000 degrees. Now I'm not a scientist, but I know that it takes at least a couple thousand, if I'm not mistaken, to heat that gold, right? And when you heating that gold, you heating it up and you burning out all the imperfections and impurities. And because when you're heating it up, you're not trying to, sometimes the gold may have certain metals, like maybe silver or whatever the case may be, all these different minerals that it was found in, hey, they got to burn that out and purge it out. That's for the same with us. We got to get purged out, right? That's why we go through certain things, man, to be made as that pure gold or that precious fruit, like James going into chapter 5. So we all got to understand that, hey, had the spirit of our forefather Job, overcome all these things. Nothing is too hard for us. We can endure all things for the elect's sake, man. Right? And we got to push forth and finish it, right? Let's Ephesians chapter 6 and verse number 11, right? And this gonna help us get through and fight these things. Putting on the whole armor of the Most High. He didn't give us this for no reason. These things are written for our learning. Like the book of Romans chapter 15 verse 4 says, all these things written for our learning, thus far we got to take advantage of it. So it says this. It says Ephesians chapter 6 and verse 11, right? Salaki, I'm going to start at 10. Salaki. It says, finally, my brethren, be strong in the Lord and put on, Salaki, in the power of his might. Put on the whole armor of God, that ye may be able to stand against the wiles of the devil. So we got to we got these precepts in this armor, right, to fight against these wicked spirits, man, to help us overcome that. Because, hey, it's a spiritual war. It's not a carnal war. And it's all spiritual, man. Right? And it's going to say that. Verse 12, for we wrestle not against flesh and blood, but against principalities, against powers, against the rulers of darkness of this world, against spiritual wickedness in high places. So with that being said, that's why when you keep going in verse 13 on down, it's literally saying, hey, put on the whole armor. You got the shield, right? The helmet, right? Hey, you got the sword, which is the word. Hey, all these different things we got to put on and use to help us fight these damn spirits, to overcome, like Job, right? And we know when you read the book of Job, hey, in the last chapter, hey, we know that he overcame all things, man. And the Lord gave him triple fold, man, of bullocks and his children and all these different things. The Lord gave it back to him, because Job's children got put to death, right? So continuing on, we got to finish this race, man, and endure it, and keep and not get faint or weary, and lean upon the brotherhood and the sisterhood, because we all we got. When you got brothers and sisters saying they are individualite or they a lone wolf, well, that brother or sister may get sifted out the truth, man. Like they just that strong. Hey, I never seen somebody just, hey, no precept shows where certain men, I mean, in the Bible, where men were just loners, right? Now you got certain men who Lot was to do certain things, like Elijah or or one of the, some of these men who, but at the same time, hey, most of the prophets walked around the same time. Not all of them, but most of them. They was around at the same time, right? Jeremiah had Baruch, right? And many other prophets, man. Right, but let me get this precept real quick. This is the book of Philippians, right? I'm gonna get this precept real quick. In the book of Philippians, chapter 3 and verse number I'm gonna go right to 13, right? This Philippians chapter 3 and verse number 13. Brother, I count not myself to have apprehended, but this one thing, forgetting those things which are behind and reaching forth unto those things which are before. Right? This is the point I want to slack in verse 14. This is what we all got to do after we get tried. Why we getting tried? But we got to remember this one thing. It says this, Philippians 3:14. I press toward the mark for the prize of the high calling of God and Hamashiach Yahweh Shah. So we got to press forth towards that high mark or that calling, right? If not, we not going to, no man know what they lot is. No man can say they elect or they sealed. That's why we got to magnify whatever the Lord gave us as far as our talent. All right. Whether it's a teacher, whether it's armed charity, many other ways that you can do, right? Gift for tongues. Hey, just being there for your brother, right? All these different things are ways that you can, magnify your talents, right? Continuing on in verse 15. Let us therefore, as many as be perfect, be thus minded, and if in any thing ye be otherwise minded, God shall reveal them even unto you. So at the end of the day, like Job said, hey, I'm gonna read it again and I'm gonna close up, right? This is the book of Job, chapter 23 and verse number 10. So I can, right? Job chapter 23 and verse 10 again, right? This is spirit we got to be moving in, but he knoweth the way which I should take. Because remember, all these things, everything that we do is already predestined. It's literally made to happen already, right? So with that being said, it was written from the beginning. Romans chapter 8, verse 31 on down is already predestinated, everything we're going to do. So continuing on, it says, but he knoweth the way that I take. When he hath tried me, I shall come forth as gold. And he didn't say, I think I might, or I may, or I'm going to try to. Now, yeah, we saying Lord willing, right? Because we don't know. But, hey, we got to have that spirit, man. Hey, we going to come through, Lord willing. We going to pull through, right? It says, Slacky, continuing on, it says, when he had tried me, I shall come forth as gold. So with that, Israel, let's keep fighting, overcoming these demons and these spirits. It's spiritual wickedness that we got to deal with. Lean upon the brotherhood and the sisterhood, and not lean on your own understanding, because it's going to get you destroyed or sifted out this truth. And with that, shalom.